Taikook share intimate new in-flight selfie on the way to LA. But why did Jimin fly alone? Hidden clues, broken patterns, and questions that won't stop. Taehyung and Jungkook just posted their most affectionate selfie yet inside a flight headed to Los Angeles. But why did Jimin travel separately? What's really going on behind this sudden split? Are silent statements being made? Or are deeper emotions in play? Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you're ready to uncover the layers behind every silent gaze, each travel plan, and every unexpected separation. This story, it's only just beginning. It started with a photo, but not just any photo. The K-pop world froze for a moment when Taehyung and Jungkook uploaded an intimate selfie taken mid-flight to Los Angeles. They weren't seated side by side, no. Taehyung was on Jungkook's lap, his head resting gently against the younger's chest, a tissue tucked in his nose. But what stole the attention of millions wasn't just the closeness. It was who wasn't in the picture. Jimin. The image wasn't leaked. It wasn't taken by paparazzi. It was Jungkook's own hand holding the phone, perfectly capturing their faces, his calm, proud smile, and Taehyung's relaxed, almost vulnerable posture. No filters, no edits, just them. The tattoos on Jungkook's hands, the smiley face, the black nail polish were unmistakable. His fingers brushed against Taehyung's arm in the frame, close and unguarded. The message. This wasn't a moment captured by chance. It was shared with intent. But intent for what? And who was the intended audience? Was this love? Was this comfort? Or was this something else entirely? As if destiny craved contrast, another image surfaced hours later, grainy, from a fan's phone camera showing a man in a black bucket hat and white mask, walking briskly through the airport. But armies knew that walk, the striped shirt, the cardigan, the posture, the hands. It was Jimin. But unlike the warm, open vibe of Taikook's selfie, Jimin looked like he was trying to disappear, hoodie pulled low, head down, boarding pass clutched tightly. No eye contact, no smile, and most telling, no companions. Taikook together, Jimin apart. The pattern that's shifting. It wasn't always like this. There was a time when Taehyung, Jungkook, and Jimin were inseparable. Flights, events, behind the scenes footage, always a trio. But in the last year, something began to shift. Subtle at first, then undeniable. More Taikook sightings, fewer Jikook moments. And now, the final crack, a selfie that excludes, and a flight taken alone. Was this planned, a scheduling issue, or an emotional decision? Zoom in, and there it is, that half smile on Jungkook's face in the selfie. It's soft, knowing, almost private, like he's not just taking a picture, but offering a piece of something bigger. Taehyung's expression is more guarded, perhaps tired, perhaps sick, but he doesn't move away. He leans in, he stays. And fans noticed. This is one of the rare times Jungkook has shared a selfie like this, with someone so close, while in such a vulnerable setting. Why now? Why with Taehyung? Why without Jimin? What the camera couldn't hide. Back at the airport, Jimin moved like someone trying not to be seen. But even in the low-race clip, there was something off. His shoulders hunched a little more than usual. His steps weren't hurried, they were deliberate, heavy. His hands gripped the boarding pass too tightly. Was he avoiding fans? Or avoiding something, someone? Theories exploded. Why didn't he fly with them? Was this a company arrangement or a personal choice? This feels like a message, and it hurts. Why LA? And why separately? Los Angeles isn't just a city, it's a stage. Fashion deals, secret recording sessions, global campaigns, all roads eventually lead there. So it's not surprising that all three members would fly to LA. But what is surprising is the decision to fly apart. Some insiders hint that Taikook received an exclusive invitation. Others believe Jimin is attending different meetings, or perhaps trying to maintain boundaries. But among fans, the speculation is more personal. Is Jimin distancing himself, or is someone else pushing him away? Taikook's unspoken declaration, or a shield for something else? The selfie may seem sweet on the surface to close friends, sharing a moment. But longtime fans know better. Taikook don't post casually. Every public interaction is deliberate, and every photo carries a ripple of meaning. This image wasn't about aesthetics. It was a message. But what did it say? That they're closer than ever. That they're no longer hiding. Or that they're defending each other from something or someone unseen. The internet is divided. Some are celebrating Taikook's closeness, others are mourning Jimin's absence. But one truth remains: something is shifting. Whether it's friendship dynamics, emotional distance, or something deeper, we may not have the full picture yet, but we've seen enough to feel the weight of it. And the silence from all three only adds fuel to the fire. The bigger question: what happens in LA? The city of angels may soon be the city of answers. Will Taikook be seen together again? Will Jimin appear beside them? Or will the separation continue quiet, unexplained, and painful to witness? One thing is certain: this story isn't over. When Jungkook and Taeyoung landed in Los Angeles, paparazzi were already waiting. The two emerged from the airport separately but within minutes of each other, a move that seemed strategic, yet oddly performative. Taeyoung wore a pair of sleek sunglasses and held a designer bag loosely in one hand, while Jungkook, ever minimal, kept his head slightly bowed but allowed his expression to remain visible. The cameras didn't miss the details. They didn't walk together. They didn't look at each other. And yet, both were dressed in coordinated dark tones, soft black button-ups, silver accessories, and matching black rings on their right hands. A coincidence? Or was that their language silent, but obvious? What caught even more attention was the fact that Jimin had already landed over 2 hours earlier, but had completely avoided the media. His exit, silent. His ride, unknown. His destination, unconfirmed. No photos, no fans, just disappearance. Within the first few hours of their landing, rumors swirled across LA's entertainment circles. Taikook were allegedly scheduled for a high-profile photo shoot with a luxury brand. Some insiders even claimed they were scouting locations for an upcoming documentary together. But Jimin, he was nowhere to be seen. Not in any hotel lobby, not at any stylist's studio, not in any expected place. And yet, fans believe he's watching, waiting, observing their every move, perhaps from a distance. And one post on his private fan communication platform only made the tension worse. Sometimes the quietest moments say the most. No emojis, no tags, just that sentence. Was it a reflection, a warning, or a quiet cry? A room for 2 or 3. Taikook reportedly checked into the same luxury hotel in Beverly Hills. Staff were tight-lipped. Security was tight, but rumors suggest they requested a suite with only 2 key cards. Where was Jimin staying? Why didn't he join them? Was it his decision or theirs? Fans are now dissecting every small action, every silence, every gesture, because sometimes heartbreak doesn't come with an explosion. Sometimes it arrives on a separate flight and walks quietly past you without ever saying goodbye. And just when fans thought it couldn't get any more intense, something unexpected happened. The angle of the selfie, slightly tilted, taken from a lower perspective, seemed casual at first. Jungkook was half smiling, lips parted ever so slightly, but his eyes, they weren't simply looking into the camera. They were searching, observing, waiting. Behind him, blurred by the soft camera focus, wasn't just a beach. It wasn't just sand and sea. It was a specific spot, a familiar one. And sharp-eyed fans who had followed his journey for years knew it in an instant. The place where he once recorded a heartfelt vlog in solitude during a stormy, emotional chapter. The background wasn't just scenery. It was a memory. Why there? Why now? And most of all, why alone? More clues emerged. Jungkook's shirt, loose and slightly wrinkled, bore a nearly invisible logo near the collarbone. It wasn't a fashion brand, but a phrase. Enhanced and zoomed in. Screenshots circulated quickly across fan forums. Still here. Still here. A message. A promise. A whisper to someone who might be watching. Theories erupted online. Was he referring to his fans, his past self, or someone specific? Even more curious, his necklace. Subtle, silver, and tucked partially under his shirt. But in the selfie, it peeked out just enough to reveal a familiar charm, a small letter J, intertwined with another letter that remained just out of frame. Accident or intention? The air around this photo became thick with interpretation. Fans recalled how Jimin used to wear something similar. Did this mean Jungkook was subtly referencing him? Was this his way of reaching out, of saying something in silence? Was Jungkook saying goodbye to a chapter, or hinting at a return?